Hi and welcome to Golden Age Shooting. Today we are going to learn about the ISSF rules relating to the air rifle. I have a rifle here. This is the standard Walther anatomic rifle. There are no significant modifications on this other than the basic setting changes that we can see on this gun. So if you're going to nationals or any competitions, you have to adhere to the rules of weapon modifications or weapon settings. There are limited number of changes that you can do on these guns. So we are going to go over these rules today, and hopefully we'll get a full understanding of the rules. So what I have done is I have placed a rifle, as you can see here, and we've made all the drawing of the rules on the table. Okay, you can see. So it is easier to measure as well as explain. Now let us start with the front sight. The rules relating to front sight is very easy and very simple. The length of this front sight should not be more than 5 centimeters. The diameter of this front sight should not be more than 2.5 centimeters. And this should not extend beyond the muzzle. So how do we check? They place a scale on the barrel and the front sight should not extend ahead of the muzzle. Okay, next rule is the height from the center of the barrel. All the rules relating to height of the front sight or palm plate or the grip, everything is measured from the center of the barrel. Okay, the center of the barrel, from there to the center of the front sight, the maximum permitted is 8 centimeters. Okay, the height. So that means the sight raises, you can keep adding till the center of the front sight reaches up to 8 centimeters and not beyond that. Next is the overall length of the gun. Okay, when we say overall length of the gun, the length is measured only from the end of the system. Okay, not overall length of the gun. From the system, end of the system to the front of the barrel. Okay, right now this gun we have marked at 79 centimeters. The maximum permitted is 85 centimeters. Okay, that means we can extend the length of the gun further out. But how can you do it? Okay, how do you extend the barrel? Because this is fixed and this is fixed. The only way you can do is by pushing this tube further out. Okay, by loosening the screws below, you can push this tube further out by additional 6 centimeters and gain that additional length. Why do you do that? It's again a lot of technical understanding required on the gun, and again that affects significantly on the balance of the gun and the sight positions and the size of the sights, how you look at it. So it requires a lot of understanding. So simply don't extend the tube, it is not going to benefit you. So you need a lot of technical understanding or support of coach to extend the tube. Now surprisingly, there is no height restriction on the rear sight nor on the cheek piece. So these do not come with any rules. So one more rule that you need to understand is you cannot use any abrasive material on the bottom which will ensure your palm is fixed. Okay, maybe a slight abrasive but not something that sticks to the palm. You cannot use anything on the palm rest. And relating to the grip, a lot of people think that this can be modified like pistol. No, absolutely you cannot modify this like pistol. Whatever modification, thickness, or if you remove some part of it by rubbing it, you have to ensure this has a very smooth surface. Any modification should continue to have the smooth surface like it is. You cannot have any palm grip. Okay, and this is called as pistol grip as per the rules, but this you cannot make it like a pistol grip where we have the grooves and spaces where the hand sits perfectly. So this cannot be modified like that. You have to remember this has to be smooth and there should not be any point where you can latch on to the grip. So this point you have to remember very, very carefully. Relating to the butt plate, you can now drop the butt plate to whatever extent you need. So there is no rules. Earlier there was rules, but now they've removed it to what extent the butt plate can come down. The only other rule that you have to remember about butt plate is the gap. Okay, you see I'm touching, using the scale to touch the ends. this gap should not extend more than 2 centimeters. Okay, that means these flaps, if we call them flaps, you cannot fold them so that the gap increases and this becomes more than 2 centimeters. You have to remember that part. So dropping and the angle curvature is not an issue. And relating to butt plate, other rule is when you place the gun like this can shift sideways maximum 3 centimeters from the center of the barrel. Okay, from the center of the barrel, 3 centimeters right or 3 centimeters left. It should not go beyond that one, and the angle also can change. So all three have to be in the same angle. Okay, so angle can go left or right, but all three have to be in the same direction and within the 3 centimeter parameter. Relating to various lengths, we saw from the center of barrel to center of rear sight, maximum height, front sight can be 8 centimeters. Now the palm plate can go to a maximum of 14 centimeters. The more the palm plate comes down, the it is difficult for handling the weapon. So a lot of shooters, good shooters, you see the palm plate is always closer to the gun and not too far. Then the pistol grip can extend maximum up to 16 centimeters from the center of the barrel. All the measurements are from 16 from the barrel itself. The rear end, the stock, okay, cannot go below 14 centimeters. The overall length of the butt plate, that is from the top of the butt plate to the bottom of the butt plate, should not exceed 153 millimeters or 15.3 centimeters. In wooden stock, this portion is not measured. In the regular stocks, this is measured, and maximum it can be 14 centimeters from the center of the barrel. If you are adding any weights on the gun, you have to ensure it does not exceed 3 centimeters from the center line of the barrel outside on either sides, be it any weights anywhere. Okay, it should not extend 3 centimeters from the center of the barrel on the either side, and you cannot stick weights temporarily. That has to be a permanent fix. So you have to use a screw or any glue type. If you're using, it has to be a fixed one, and it should not be removable by the just by pushing of the hands. It should not come off. Additionally, 3 touch rules are: the grip should not touch the chest, left hand and right hand should not touch each other, and the forehead or the eyebrow should not touch rear side. So these are the additional touch. So these are the rules relating to the rifle. Hopefully you have understood it and make use of it. And the question I want to ask you is, what is the minimum trigger weight or maximum trigger weight on the air rifle? I want you to answer this question.